My girls hold me down, them boys mess around. My love life is a mess. We're going out tonight because I'm looking for love. That's right, y'all. It's your girl Barbie J, and we are talking about Tyler Perry's Sisters, Season 3, Episode 21, Curveballs. And we know what that curveball is, right? Well, that's what's going to happen. But shout out to everybody in my comment section. Those of you who've been holding my channel down. Shout out to all my subscribers. And if you have not subscribed as of yet to Barbie J's channel, please take a moment right now and subscribe to June BLC. Then you hit the notification bell and let you know every time I upload a new video. Then you want to hit the like button to like the video. You want to comment down below. And then you want to share it with your friends and families. And even your enemies, just share it. Anyway, one more thing. Season's greetings to everybody. Happy holidays, happy Kwanzaa, Merry Christmas, all that good stuff. And please know that your girl Barbie J is going to be putting up a video next week, a concert video with holiday songs and singing and music. It should be a whole lot of fun. So I hope you guys are tuned in to check that out and share that video as well. Now, what else? Seems like there's something else I need to tell y'all. We only got one more episode to go before it's the end. So, let's get into this recap. Check this out. Now, how Karen, let's be real now, y'all. How's she going to roll up and tell Zach she pregnant? And what? She ain't even take a pregnancy test. First of all, women could not get their period for a number of reasons, stress being one of them. And she's stressed about, getting that notice from, what was it, Andy's, whatever it is. Andy told her not to worry about it, but being sued by Gary's ex-wife and stuff. She's stressed about that doggone shop going down. And why does he have to say, why the man got to say, are you sure? Are you sure? And she's like, I only been with him one time. And yeah, she told me, and he better not say if it was mine. If it's mine, he don't know for sure is his. He don't know that. He have a right to say it that way. Talking about she only been with Aaron one time. Hello, women, men. How many times it takes to get pregnant? One time. So she better get her stuff together because Karen is bugging right now. So we got Zach running out to get a pregnancy test because he kept saying, you sure? You sure? You sure? But we already know what's going to happen, don't we, y'all? Because he had to sit down and tell Fatima. So we already know. But the DNA test is a must. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. And then the guilt trip. If I ever had a baby, I always wanted it to be with you. I ain't getting any younger. All of that stuff ain't got nothing to do with him now. Not today, baby. Not today, Karen. Oh, and one thing that was funny, not that it was so funny, but the first thing out of Zach's mouth was like, oh man, Fatima. He concerned about Fatima. And that must have been like a dig into Karen's gut. He yelling mother freaking Fatima's name right now. He's like, Fatima, what am I going to tell her? Oh, now we got this doggone Maurice and Q. Oh, Lord. They sitting on this couch waiting for the police to come. When they going to get here? Maurice is all hurried up. And all of a sudden, Q is like, yeah, because I'm going to die anyway. He keep talking about dying. Maurice is like, don't talk like that. And he's like, you know what? We waiting all this time. Won't they hurry up? You want to have sex? Maurice is like, hell to the end to the O. I don't want to have no sex with you. What's up with you? You crazy? Then he told me he want to go to the bathroom. And Maurice is like, whatever. He said, go ahead. Go to the bathroom. He said, don't try no shit. He said, because I'll stomp your mother effing head to the ground. I said, oh, shoot. He said, you hear me? And he's like, yeah, I hear you. He dead serious too. Maurice was not playing. He going to beat him down like he did that other dude that messed with him. Then we got Hayden. God, Hayden. Why Hayden on the phone? Why is he so obsessed with Zach? He's so obsessed with Zach. Even if you find anything wrong, Fatima still don't want you, Hayden. He in there trying to figure it out. And how is he on the phone finding out what kind of stock Zach has? Who is telling his personal business? Who knows his personal business to find out his stock and stuff? You have to have people's social security numbers and anything like that. Talking about this dude's an ex-con. Being an ex-con don't mean you did something so terrible. Okay, that just means you got caught with some drugs or something. You know, sometimes it's not a big deal. But he keeps calling him the ex-con, how he got money. But I want to know who the hell he talking about, what stocks he had. And then he gonna call. He said, this sound like some insider trading mess. How he know that? He could have just looked up. Now he talking about calling some Bill Watson Securities and Exchange. I'm like, really, Hayden? That ain't gonna help you with Fatima. That's really gonna dig you further in the hole. But I guess if you can't have her, nobody can have her, basically. Then they got Fatima. She going to Andy's office and she's letting her know she's gonna leave. She apologizes 50 times. Like always, I get tired. They apologize too much on the show for everything. And then they she's like, it's not your fault. And she's like, I really want to be with Zach. And Andy's like, then you should be with Zach. Do that. She's like, did you tell Zach what happened? Yeah, I told him. What did he say? He said that he gonna call her. But she's like, ooh, she said, but I told him not to call because this is messed up, Andy. This really messed up. She said, yeah, it is. She said, well, I'm going to go now. I'll talk to you later. And she's like, I'll leave out with you. So they leave out together. I was like, okay, kumbaya, And then we got Danny calling Preston. She calling and calling. Danny be wearing some funny looking outfits sometimes, but this dress wasn't too bad. It was fit her body. It was nice. So Danny, and then Sabrina walks in. She's all upset, Danny's still stuck because the cousin is cute. If the cousin wasn't cute, you wouldn't have a problem. No, if you didn't have all these damn rules and all these little issues about having your space, he would have been in the house with you. But you didn't want that. So now you up in arrears. Your spidey sense is tingling and everything going crazy because you don't know what to do. Girls, Danny need to stop. So she said, Karen didn't call me back. She tells Sabrina. Sabrina's like, she didn't? Let me call her quick. She ain't gonna answer. Let me call her. She called her. Karen picked right up. Danny's like, that's messed up. Put it on speaker. She said, why she answer and didn't answer, when I call? That's messed up, Anyway, of course, Karen is saying she ain't gonna go. She sound like she's sad and problems, And she said, I'm not going to dick. Andy tell you what happened? No, Andy didn't tell me what happened. She said, well, yeah, I'm not gonna go. So that was that. So then what happened next? So one thing I like that Sabrina asked Danny, she was like, you say a lot of things about Preston. You said many things, but one thing I've never heard you say is he's a liar. Do you think he's a liar? She said, no, I don't. She said, then let's go with that. He's not a liar. And believe what he said. Maybe he did fall asleep that time. Maybe this and that. So she said, come on, let's go. So they go out. They heading to Eden. But that outfit Sabrina had on, I usually like Sabrina's outfits, but I wasn't feeling this one that time. Not that it wasn't nice, but it just didn't seem like a go out to the strip club outfit. That's all I'm saying. So here it is. Andy get home, and of course Gary ass is still there at the apartment. And he's like, I know. He's like, I'm leaving. She's like, why are you still here? And she said, oh, like something like, I know what you already know what you're going to say. I'm sorry for this. I'm sorry for that. Blah, 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 blah. He said, you forgot one thing. She's like, what? I know the girl you were with, like that's not the other night or something like that. She was like, what? Like, yeah, I know the girl. She said, her name is Gabriella. She said, you didn't even bother to ask her name. But see, that has to be a lie. That has to be a lie because then Andy came back with he said, first of all, he's like, no, you having threesomes, blah, blah, blah. He's going all in. And she said, that's funny. You say that because I did have a little talk with her afterwards. And I went to her page and she on social media, and she had this cute little selfie. And what do I see in the background? Your ass. She said, and I know what your ass looks like. And because she asked him first, how does he know her? He said, don't worry, or something like that. He didn't tell her he knows her how. She said, yeah, well, I went to her page. That's when she said that. And she saw his butt in the pit. And he's like, oh, that was a long time ago. She said, no, mother. It was 2 days ago when you said you was going, or a day ago when you said you was going to the gym. So he said, so what? We done now anyway, right? We done. She said, you know what? You ain't nothing but a lying snake of a man. He said, coming from the lying whore who do threesomes. I said, what the hell? He called a whore? I was like, okay, wait up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Roll it back. All that stuff. Come on now. She's like, get out of my house. She probably said, get the F out of my house. I don't know. He said, I'm leaving. It don't matter. This little shit you got here. He said, it ain't nothing. And neither are you. She said, yo, you better hold up and roll that back before you say something you know that you regret. But he hurt her feelings though. He hurt her feelings seriously because she was looking like, afterwards, like, I hate you. I hate you, Gary. That's how it looked afterwards. So then they showing Zach coming in with the pregnancy test. He got that thing double, triple bagged. And Pam said, what's that? The pregnancy test? What the flippity-doo-dah-day is wrong with Pam? Keep your damn nosy self to yourself. Mind your business. You don't have to say everything you see. What the hell is wrong with you? It's like she walked down the street and go, car, sign, people, sidewalk, street, yellow line. You know, it's like she got to say everything she see. Dang, what is wrong with her? And he's like, yo, Karen. He said, how the hell you see that through the bag? Oh boy, why you got to get the one? I got a whole bunch of them in the back. He said, yo, Karen, get your girl. Karen's like, Pam, if I have to tell you one more time, if I had to say something one more time, I'm going to fire you. I'm telling you, you better not say a damn word to anybody. You better not. I'm not going to say anything. I promise. I swear. But why you got to be always in my business and stuff? I'm a woman. You know, I know these things. I was like, no, you're as nosy as nosy could get. I'm like, oh my God. So she said, you better not. She said, I will fire you. So she walks to the back. Karen gets the back bag from Zach. Zach had stepped to the side. And she said, why you got so many? Zach said, because I want to make sure. I was like, I hear that. He said, I got to make sure. I said, that's right. Then his phone is blowing up and it's Fatima. Like, where are you at, baby? Where you at? She's sitting there with her wine in her hand. And he was like, I'm at the salon. What, Karen's salon? She ain't liking that. I don't like this. What's going on? I told you not to call. I didn't call. I came here. You know, what's going on? I can't talk to you right now. I'll talk to you later. She about to come back in here. But I'll let you know. Please. She said, Zach, I don't like this. He said, please don't think the worst of me. Just wait till I get there. So that was that. Then it was back to the cops finally showing up for get Q. The cops come in. They say, come in. Usually cops don't just come in like that. You know, they have their guns drawn. You don't just say come in and they just walk in. I don't think. But anyway, Maurice put up his hands. He's like, why you got your hands up? He said, because y'all like to shoot people like us. I was like, I ain't mad at him for that one. But this ain't the time to be freaking silly, okay? Maurice, you need to be dead serious. He probably was dead serious, but you know what I mean. But for the person who said, why do I slipped last week and kept calling Q Quincy because I thought I heard that his name was Quincy somewhere. So I didn't know if I had it mixed up with a show I had watched the day before, whatever, but his name is Quincy Delano, or something like that, Delano, I believe. So I had the right name. So, hey, to that person, you know who you are. Anyway, so Quincy, they handcuffing him. He's telling them that he's the one that robbed the bank. He's wanted for robbery, blah, blah, blah. They taking him, and he's like, will you write me? Will you call me? Can I call you? You know, all this stuff. Can I? And he's like, yes. He's like, come on, Maurice, come on. I don't want to be in there by myself. He's like, okay, fine. You know, and I believe Maurice that he was just saying whatever would get that fool out the door. And then at the same time, Calvin is coming back. Y'all tell me, how the hell is Calvin coming back when he was just leaving that morning? Who flies to Florida to see if their dad's okay and then don't even stay there a day? You don't even stay a day, you come back home? That just didn't make any kind of sense. That morning, Karen, he was leaving. Karen and them didn't even make it to the club yet. Come on now. So it was with that's so weird. That writing, y'all got to get the time frames together. There's no way he's coming back already. By the time he gets to the house, he should be exhausted, have to fly back. Anyway, so then, and Calvin's asking, why is he here? Why is this? And why is that? And Maurice is like, look, why are you being dramatic? Why are you asking all these questions, dude? It's like, come on. Let's just leave it alone. The cops, he wanted to turn himself in. He wanted a friend. He had to come to mother. You know, people need mother for help. He said, I see that. So anyway, that was with them. Then it's back to Karen and them in the salon. And Karen comes out with 2 of the pregnancy tests. And of course, you know, it's positive. And she like, what we going to do? He like, it's on you, you know. And she's like, well, basically, there's no other choice I have. He said, what's that? You know, because he said, why don't you just do what you've been doing? She said, because I ain't having no abortion. He said, I didn't ask you to have one. He said, what I think you should do is do what you've been doing all this time, which is what's best for you. She got, I'm going to do what's best for this baby, you know. And he's like, well, I hate to tell you, but no matter what you decide, we won't be back together. I said, oh, you better let her know, because I was like, let her know now, because she's going to have high hopes. She's got high hopes. She's got, let me thought. So she's like, well, you know what? He said, I'm leaving now. She's like, go ahead and leave. You know, since you sitting here being an ass about this, what do you want him to say? All of this happened in a matter of 1 hour. What do you think he's supposed to say? He's just finding out this stuff. He got a lot of stuff to think about and consider, okay? But he said, you know what? Once you figure out what my role would be, give me a call. And she was like, what? She said, yeah, let me know what my role's going to be. Is it money? Is it fatherhood? Is it family? What you want? He said, because I know you got Aaron now. So, you know, however you want me to work it into. I was like, oh, snap. I was like, okay, all right. But, you know, she's like, you know, I didn't do this by myself. He's like, Karen, please. You know, first of all, she don't even know for sure it's Zach's. How many times did she have sex with Zach? I thought she only had one time with Zach in about a month. Maybe 2. I don't even know how it's 2. If it's even been a month that gone by. Anyway, soon as he leave out, Pam comes out that door. Why is Pam still there? Why hasn't Pam left? She's in the bathroom peeing on a stick. Pam could have been her ass up out of there. But she's still there. She listening to the door, so she knew right when to come in. I'm just coming to check on you. How you doing? You okay? You know, is it a plus sign? Yes. Yes. And Karen's cried and cried. She's like, why now? Why now? And I want to know why now, too. Because like I said, she been together with Zach for 3 years. And he been busting a nut up in her all that time. And she ain't never got pregnant. So how's she pregnant now? That's why I think it's Aaron's, to be honest. That's what I think. So Pam hugged her, and I thought that was sweet. She gave her a hug. And now finally we get into the strip club. Club Eden. Holla! Oh my goodness. Remember y'all, I just complained about that dress that Sabrina had on. She done went home and changed. And I guess Danny told her she needed to change. She's like, you like that dress? It's better than what you had on. I am cracking up because I'm doing this review as it goes along. And they must have heard me because that outfit was pitiful Danny had on. I mean, not Danny. I'm sorry. Sabrina had on. Sabrina went home and changed her outfit. That is a much better dress. So they sitting at the table, they talking about Calvin and about Preston and stuff. And Sabrina's acting strange, and come to find out she took a Valium because she couldn't deal with it or something. I'm like, girl, what is wrong with her? She seemed a little fidgety or sleepy and said it's coming down and stuff. You know, and Danny's asking her, so are you going to strap on or what? What you going to do? You know, they were so boring. I don't even know why they had that conversation. You out to have fun. Y'all shouldn't even be talking about stuff that's a drag. So then Andy arrives, got the cleavage showing, you know, got them girls. She know how to dress for a club, I tell you. And she arrives and they was like, oh, nice outfit. And she complimented all of them in their outfits. And then they go, okay, so what happened with you and Karen? It came out. She's like, huh? She said she was very upset when we mentioned that you were coming. So what happened? And she said, well, let's just see. She said, oh, she told you about that? Well, let's just say we had a little incident at my work. They said an incident? Yeah, she walked in when I happened to be telling Fatima that she should go for it. She said she told them about the register. She told them about the registered letter, to bring that registered letter where she's taking care of and handling it. And then how Karen overheard her telling Fatima to go for it. That's how it was. And so they were like, you should have stayed out of it. You got to stay out of it, blah, blah, blah. Just like you stayed out of it when she was asking you questions. But bottom line is, y'all only know that one part. Y'all don't know what was going on before it. When she was in the privacy of her damn job. Ain't nobody told her to walk in on it. They should have announced her. They shouldn't have let her go through her office like that. Anyway, so that was what they were saying. And then the next thing, Karen shows up. And she said, she sits down and she's looking nice for going out too, got her cleavage out. And she's like, did Andy tell you her side of it? And Danny gave a breakdown and she basically told us nothing. Is there anything you want to add to it? And she said, what? That she was encouraging Fatima to go with Zach and stuff. And they all looking at her like, Karen, Karen, Karen. Sabrina's like, he kind of like moved on. And Danny's like, yeah, he left. He's gone. You have to let that go, baby. And she was like, well, he never told me. I wish he would have told me that. He never told me that. Danny hit the table, said, let the record show. She tapped it on the table that he did tell her. He did tell her. And Andy's like, he did? She said, yes. She said, that didn't count. She knows it didn't count because he was upset when he said it. And how many times we done broke up and they were like, oh, baby, let it go. They was like, Karen, please. So Andy told her, well, let me just say that Fatima told me that Zach said that he loves her. Honey, they have moved on. And then that's when Sabrina comes with the, it must be that money. And they're like, what? And she said, oh, no, well, they said, Andy was like, tell, what is it? She said, y'all not supposed to know this, but, and there she go, telling. You ain't supposed to be telling. They ain't supposed to be knowing, and you ain't supposed to be telling. So she tells that he got that money, his stock hit again, but then she had the nerve to tell how much. It ain't none of her business to tell them his business that it was 1.4 million worth. And I have a problem with that. Her ass needs to be fired or suspended or something till she knows how to behave, because she sure don't behave like a manager. And then to know that he bought a house and when the closing date was today, how does she know all of that? Even if you're using the bank, you're not supposed to, you don't know what's going on with every customer, which means Sabrina be digging into Zach's business to find out so she could go back and tell. And really, if you ask me, Zach got a case against her getting her fired from work or something, because what she's doing is wrong. It is illegal. So they flip over to Zach's closing on that house. He signs the papers. He gets the keys. The agent leaves, and who shows up but Hayden? Still in that orange shirt, talking about insider trading. Good God Almighty. How was he able to find out Zach's business? This is what I'm saying. How are these people able to find out other people's business when everybody's stuff is supposed to be personal, confidential? But that was how it ended. And you see scenes from the next couple of episodes. And I don't know if it's the next episode or what, but Karen's like, I don't want to have this child and her father's in prison. Well, that's your decision. That's your decision, what you wanted to do. But she thought that was going to get her to get him to stay. And he told her that ain't hardly going to be it. I just want to see when he tell Fatima. This is going to be too much. But anyway, y'all, I hope y'all like this recap. Let me know if I missed anything. I'm ready to see your comments and respond to them down in the comment section. It's your girl, Barbie J, saying happy holiday seasons. Greetings. Peace.